I'm one of the co-founders at 33 Shake, and welcome to this little video. At 33 Shake, our mission is to deliver huge value for endurance athletes, and we do that in store at 33shake.com with our groundbreaking sports nutrition, and we do it in videos on our blog, on our podcast and other places like that, by sharing the very best in endurance sport tips, tricks for mindset, nutrition, fitness, training, the whole lot. We put that all out there so that anyone can become a much, much better athlete. Now, in today's video, we are examining performance lessons from Metallica. Yes, you did hear that right. Whether you love Metallica or would rather stick your head in a blender than listen to them, you will be very surprised to know that they are a font of absolute nutritional wisdom, because they nailed the core of what performance nutrition really means in their classic track from 2003, which is called Frantic. And in the chorus, it has the line, "My lifestyle determines my death style." That, ladies and gentlemen, right there is a stone cold nugget of endurance sport nutritional wisdom from some of rock's hardest playing, fastest living wildmen. I kid you not. Because truly, the quality of your lifestyle, and particularly what you eat, fuel, build and rebuild your body with, is absolutely going to determine how well you live and ultimately how well you die. Now, if we look at food, let's look at junk food, processed food, all that old rubbish. We know that's a short track to a faster life, so I'm not going to insult anyone's intelligence by banging on about that here. Frankly, with junk food, enjoy it when you want it. Like, junk food at least is honest, right? The clue's in the name, junk. No one's ever going to eat it and think, well, this is really good for me. But when we come to sports nutrition sells a much, much higher standard. Sports nutrition sells health, performance, vitality, strength, speed, power, beauty. Yet, very, very disappointingly, 99% of ordinary sports nutrition is made using the exact same ingredients found in junk food. The same sweeteners, the same additives, the same processing. And these ingredients in junk food are known to be linked to all manner of illness. We're talking obesity, diabetes, cancer, heart disease. The list goes on. These ingredients are really not good for you, which means that in a painfully ironic twist, every health problem that junk food causes is also being caused by the vast majority of sports nutrition. Talk about an own goal, eh? I mean, just as a boy racer gets an old Vauxhall Corsa, it's not suddenly turned into a Formula One car just because he slapped a McLaren sticker on it. It's the same with sports nutrition. You take nutritionally bankrupt, crap, cheap, junk ingredients from junk food, you put them in a packet that says sports nutrition, they didn't suddenly change. They didn't suddenly become the world's greatest food. Junk, still junk. Just the same way as the boy racer's Corsa is still a crappy old Corsa, no matter what he wants it to be in his head. Now, if any of you ever come across a guy called Phil Maffetone, he's a legendary endurance coach, Maffetone. If you haven't come across Phil, definitely go check him out. The guy's just an absolute, he's brilliant. One of the things he said, I'll read from his quote here, "Junk food kills unless you are profiting from it. Simply not eating junk food is a logical alternative. But ongoing multi-million-dollar marketing campaigns by junk food companies keep our society on the road to ill health. This is not unlike big tobacco's campaigns of the 50s and 60s, where even doctors were paid to promote the so-called benefits of smoking." So there is a raft. Let's just take this, what Phil's talking about there, and let's translate that into the modern day world of sports nutrition. You will find a raft of evidence backing up all of the claims made by any sports nutrition product on the market, regardless of how terrible its ingredients are. And that's exactly the same way as you used to find, you go back to the 50s and 60s. There would be a raft of evidence telling you how good smoking is for you, or certainly how it's not bad for you. But now, thanks to more open minds, better research, and this incredible thing called the internet, which lets us all share ideas, just as we're doing here, and lets everyone have access to information that previously wasn't really available publicly, there is now a growing raft of expert opinion opposing every piece of science backing up why a lot of sports nutrition is good. Now, technically, what this means is debate. And debates are confusing. You've got to weigh the evidence, you've got to research them, you've got to decide which side of the camp you want to be on. And frankly, life's complicated already. We're all busy, we've got stuff to do. And, making a decision, unpicking sports nutrition, is this sweetener good for me? Should I be eating whey powder? Should I be eating dairy products? What about sugar? What about fructose? My God, it's a minefield. This is where you need to remember Metallica. My lifestyle determines my death style. Okay? This stuff actually matters. It doesn't have to be that hard. What you do need to know, though, is this tactic of creating a debate where there isn't one, basically, is one that the tobacco industry worked out years ago, and it was their playbook. As in, we create debate, that creates confusion. When people are confused, they're much less likely to make a decision, and they carry on business as normal. In those cases of smoking, people carried on smoking. In the case of sports nutrition, well, people might know that these sweeteners aren't good, or they've heard bad things about aspartame, or they've heard bad things about whey, or they've heard bad things about maltodextrin. But it's quite hard to work out, should I be doing it or not? Therefore, there's debate, confusion. Sod it, I'll just carry on. So the aim today of an established sports nutrition company is not to prove beyond a doubt that their products are right, that their science is right. It's simply to create that doubt in the first place. Like I said, it's straight out of the tobacco industry playbook. And there was a leaked memo from a tobacco company years ago that helped sink that ship. And the memo said, doubt is our product. We keep people in doubt, they're not going to change their minds. Let's come back to Metallica. My lifestyle determines my death style. This matters. Yet, we've already learned that because there's this indecision, because there's supposedly a debate, it's confusing, it's hard. Okay, there might be some junk ingredients in my sports nutrition, but I don't have time to work it out. Trouble is, follow that road. What happens? Well, athletes who keep using products with all these junk ingredients in them, they get problems. They get stomach trouble. They get acidity. They don't enjoy eating the product. Like, actually forcing it down becomes difficult. They're taking antacid tablets in transition. They're throwing up. They get like a hangover the next day, which isn't from the physical exercise, it's from the crap they've been eating. Beyond that, if these are the short-term effects, and in endurance we're particularly vulnerable to this stuff because we need quite a lot of food and stuff while we're going. So we're going to use a lot more product than your average Joe who might use 1 or 2 gels, half a bar, whatever. We're going to need a lot of this stuff. If these are the short-term effects, if that's what 24 hours or one race or one training session will do to you, the long-term effects are compounding beyond that. And like I said, a number of these ingredients are already linked to heart disease, to cancer, to obesity, to osteoporosis, to diabetes. The list goes on. So, you want to avoid it. How do you deal with this debate? Well, it's good news. There's really no debate. Let's just say that half of the evidence coming from sports nutrition companies says, no, our products are amazing. And here's the science to prove it. And half of the science, and all those other guys are lying. And then half of the other evidence says, do you know what? This stuff's really bad for you. You shouldn't be eating it. Those guys are not telling you the truth. Okay, there's your debate. But let's look. Let's just take it really simple. 50% of the evidence is on the side that, like, this is really bad for you. Not a bit bad, but like really bad, like long-term popping prescription drugs like candy, peeing in a bag, kind of early grave, bad for you. That's not a debate anymore because it's really easy not to eat that stuff. It's not like there's nothing else out there that exists. So Metallica, Your lifestyle determines your death style. That is why this stuff matters, because your lifestyle is also going to determine the quality of your life today, and it's going to be the single biggest factor affecting your performance levels in the sport that you love. The very basics for maximum performance is to ignore that debate. I mean, just think about it. Imagine you were about to drive your car and someone said, there is a 50% chance that a meteor is going to hit your car and kill you while you're driving down that road. You probably wouldn't take those odds. You'd go a different direction. And it's the same with this stuff. 50% chance something's really bad for you? Well, sod it. Don't take the odds. They're really bad odds. That's like Russian roulette with 2 bullets and 2 chambers. Sorry, 1 bullet, 2 chambers. What do we do with all this? How do you act on it? It's really, really simple. And we're going to go with another musical reference. This one is from The Clash. Their final album, not exactly their finest moment of musical glory, but the title sums this up perfectly. Cut the crap. Junk food ingredients have no place in sports nutrition. In junk food, they're fine. Like I say, the name is the clue. It's junk food. You never think it's good for you. When it comes to stuff you are actively eating for performance, avoid the junk food ingredients. That's it. All right, look. Have a cracking next session and race. Hope you've enjoyed that. Thanks very much for watching. To connect with all things 33 Shake, you can get us on social media, you can get us on email, the links are in the notes below. And if you'd like to check out our sports nutrition products, you can find them over at 33shake.com, whether it's for your running, cycling, swimming, or triathlon. Thanks very much.